You guys are live. Y'all got some weird kinks. Well, I guess we're just heading back towards the grumpy old guy with the worm. Do we know if Jodie's got spell slots to spare? Oh, she's here. Hello. Oh yeah, we're trying to cross the river again. I don't remember what level spell that is. That's the only reason I'm saying that. I'll ask in character then. Looks like we're getting close to the river up here up north if we want to try to get across the same way. Otherwise, oh, sounds good. Is the door closed? Okay. Without really much, I'm just gonna go and knock on the door. I'm gonna push the door open. $13. We're not looking to stay. We fulfilled what we had. I'm backing him up. Go for it. I've already rolled one. You got advantage. So are you coming out or am I coming in? I'm staying outside. If they're staying outside. Do you have a hearing problem? I just said that if you want to do this and they're not allowed in, I'm staying out here. No. Camille, this is fine. We are completing a contract here. We don't need to get all finey-toony about these details. I'm right here. Take it out of me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Is this magical or like?
Can you guys pause really quickly?
I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed it? Okay.
Sorry, Diaz. Thank you. So, he gets it out of me. Can you say that again? Sorry. That was really distracting.
Yeah, he did the whole song and dance where he got close to you, got right up to your face. put some fingers in your mouth that looked a little bit too much. Hold on, the throw. So got really up in your face and pulled out the worms that were in you, and they crawled into his beard and kind of joined into him. He steps back. If you ain't paying for the night, be on your way then.
Do we get this guy's name at all?
No, you don't have his name.
Okay.
It's just weirdo hermit.
It is a fulfilled deal then.
He kind of moves cautiously back towards his door and into his house.
I'd watch your back from now on. Might have a bat coming and biting you. You're not good at making friends.
There ain't no friends out here in the swamps.
A quick question before we leave you.
Sure.
Who was the last person to hurt you?
Can't rightfully say. Not a lot attacks me out here.
Then why do you take liberties amongst yourself to do it to others, like me? To go out of your way to harm others.
If I was being truthful, probably just laziness.
Slap your hand.
Plus, you ain't
Goldy.
too sick. You, a little bit of the flu ain't hurt no one.
Flu's not what got me all up in a problem. The problem was being deceived. I don't like that very much.
Smarter folk would have just stuck a beastie in the water.
I'm just gonna
Let's
stare at
leave.
him for a bit.
Let's leave this lonely
Yeah,
shell
are we
of a
done here?
human being.
We
Back
have
real
things
soon,
to
y'all.
do.
And he'll close his door, and you guys are
Oh, under my breath, she's like, "Oh, I will be coming
Darkness.
back."
on his little rock island in this swamp. You still have water walk for like another hour.
Okay.
Probably
Yay!
take most of that to get all the way north out of the swamp.
Wall walk means it's not hard terrain. It's like not. I think it's like normal terrain.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like we're gonna walk like it's normal terrain.
but where are you walking to is the question.
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
Would our tracks from our journey here still be visible to us?
Oh, to get back on the cart track.
Mm-hmm.
The map is up, and you could fairly confidently find your way back to the cart tracks.
Is everyone in agreement from that point? We can at least go to where we actually want to go? Get out this bog.
Are we headed to Baba Lasaga?
I would
I'm
like
assuming-
that.
Where's
That seems to be
oh,
another
well,
contract.
yeah.
We need to wrap up with her.
Yep.
And we might get a vantage point on our way there to try and see
Yeah.
some of the valley, check on
Yeah.
the state of the pirates and their ships, if we can get a view of them, anything like that. Keeping abreast of our enemies, assumed enemies, is never a bad idea.
All right, so you're heading west towards the cart tracks and then following them north.
Just real quick as we're leaving, Chef, I would like to scribble a note on the. Let's just say I've got like some parchment on me or a journal or something, and then I'm just gonna kind of fold it up and leave it on his front door and leave when we leave. And I will DM you what I write on it.
All right. You find your way to the tracks just fine and continue heading north. You, the wetness of the muckiness of the ground dissipates, and you are back on firm ground. Ahead of you is the town of Barovia and a few little abandoned carts.
I think we need to get ourselves cleaned. No amount of magic will get this out. Ugh.
Let's use prestidigitation.
Mm.
Do I have that?
No, it's not you.
I can't remember if I have it or not.
But yes, what exactly is our next destination?
Barbara Saga.
We'll go straight there. All right then. Let's hope she is a bit more forthright than the last chap we spoke to, huh?
Exactly. It's kind of surprising that a weird witchy twig lady is more friendly than a bog man. Although he did have a wormy face, so.
He had a very wormy beard. Okay. What time of day is it? Do we need to rest or anything like that?
It's
It's
It's night.
It's 10 or 11 p.m.
How long will it take us from where we are to get to hers? Several hours, I think.
Days?
Is it days?
Should be about 8 hours to get from the Ilvis Swamp to the top of the rise.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's all day. It's all day. We probably do have to rest then, or
We can rest at the campsite that we rested at last time.
Yes, I agree. Make a proper camp and set afterwards.
Okay. Are we near there?
Yes, it's a bit of a trek. I mean, it's not right next to us, but yeah.
Yeah, 4 hours. I would
If we move now, we'll get there as soon as possible, now won't we?
Yeah, I guess
Very
we don't have
true.
much choice. We can't rest in this bog, and Water Walker's going to wear off any second, so let's go.
Let's go.
All right, you make your way into the little circle of caravans. There doesn't seem to be anyone here this time.
Oh, that's a small map.
Circle of Caravan. Okay.
There we go.
Is this where the pirates were?
Oh, nice.
Yes, it was.
But they're gone.
This is new. I like it.
I don't remember if I did this last time, Chef. So forgive me if I did. I'm gonna go around to each of the oh shit, what do we call these in the caravan? I can't remember. I'm gonna check each of the wagons, whatever they're called. I can't remember the specific names, and I'm gonna look for specific markings that I think might know what I'm looking for. Craftsmanship.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Is there anyone in the vicinity?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Let's see here. I can't find that.
I got 15. Sorry, 19. I got 19.
13.
There is a dark shape watching from a distance from the woods, but as you kind of lock eyes with it for a while, it just retreats slowly into the darkness. continuing your sweep of the area as you kind of look over the town of Barovia. It's very still there, but you notice something still moving, kind of traveling across the rooftops and observing you as well from a distance.
Yeah, don't appear to be alone. All of you can see that?
No. What did you say?
Dark figures moving.
All right.
I couldn't make anything out.
If you
Yeah,
kind
I-
of like watch the town for a while, you could see things and point them out. It looks like things like leaping from building to building on the rooftops.
Interesting too, because
Oh.
that's the place where people turn to stone.
Leaping.
Yeah, so how are they not affected, whatever they are?
As long as you're fast enough, but yeah,
That's under the assumption that they are in fact people.
that's true. Maybe the curse doesn't affect creatures.
Janus, did I get your investigation?
Yeah, I got a 13.
Maybe they're already stone.
How are they moving then?
Moving stone creatures?
Maybe
So many possibilities.
animated.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
Janus, you are looking through these carts, looking for more secret things, more interesting things. It looks like the pirates have done a pretty good job of ransacking this place, so a lot of the common valuables are gone. But you kick open a few secret little trapdoors, and you can find 18 gold.
Nice. That's nice.
Squirreled away in little secret trapdoors and things like that.
And then can I discern like the make of these if it was made by a certain group of people?
These seem to be well worn within the lands, so these are native to Barovia.
Are we just on the outskirts of the village?
Yeah, the aura around the town of Barovia is pretty apparent. You can almost see where the pestilence kicks in.
Right.
And you're about 5 to 10 minutes away from the edge of that. A safe distance.
Okay. Well, I'm worried about whatever those things are watching us. If they're just observing or if they're liable to attack, so we're going to have to take turns on watch.
Indeed. Wouldn't have it any other way. I suppose I could take first watch.
I can take the watch after that one.
I'll take third.
All right, perception check, Goldy. Perception check. Maefyre, perception check.
Did I get?
Meshadieme.
I got 11.
I'll get advantage.
That's not a number.
Well, hold up. I'll
And
give you one.
Chamilla, why don't you give me a D100?
Oh my god, with advantage, I only got 10.
Sorry, who was that addressed to?
Chamilla.
Okay.
$33.
19 on mine.
And what was
Perception.
Maefyre? What was your perception for watch?
10. Which is crap. But I won't use my inspiration. I'm gonna save it for something else.
All right. The night passes uneventfully. There's a little bit of drizzle throughout the night, but you watch the figures that you had been watching all night. They continue to do their thing. None seem to approach.
Okay.
After a long rest, you are refreshed, and the day is yours once more.
Long rest, yay.
Oh, God. Still got that stench on us. Oh, that's going to take a while.
Can someone precipitation us, please?
Like, as a whole.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just stand out with my arms out while you, like, precipitate me like I'm being, like,
T-posing.
like I'm being steeped.
Hair dryer,
Yeah.
precipitation.
I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you. Once we're done with this whole island, let's just take an elongated shower, bath, everything to do with cleanliness, please.
Speaking of cleanliness, as you're saying that, like, Janus is, like, running a sword down his arm on both of his blades and just kind of, like, cutting his skin and laying his blades on the ground. Then taking his hands with the blades, his hands across his arms for where they're heavily bandaged normally are open. He takes the wounds and takes the blood and makes like a circle, like a perfect circle around his swords, and begins to say some things in very esoteric tongue, and does a blood rite.
Janus, what are you doing?
I feel like there's an easy way to do that, surely.
And
What
then
what
he
god is he
says
praying to?
Solas at the end of it, which is like the word for dawn in Draconic, I guess you could say. And the swords glow. And then he puts them in the sheath and his wounds seal. And then he bandages them.
At least the wound's sealed up.
Well, they'll at least stop bleeding, but that's about it. The damage is still done. Nothing good comes without a cost. And he sheaths his swords.
Yes. Well, that's true as anything else.
I've been doing this every day. There's nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Yes. Could I take one last glance, see if there's anyone still paying attention to us, watching us from the distance?
This morning you're not seeing anyone. All the beasties of the night have seemed to have calmed down a bit.
Okay. Alright. Appears we are alone. Thank God. Perhaps we should make haste.
In front of you is a multi-100-foot climb that you have done before.
I remember this
You'll
place.
kind of groan, but just begin the trudge up the rise. At the top, a familiar figure is waiting. Ghostly visage of Strahd reaches out a hand to help you over the lip of the cliff, and as you try to grab it, your hand just harmlessly passes through, and he gives a weak chortle.
Huh. Well,
Thanks
that's
anyway.
Welcome back.
Well traveled.
Passing through again, are we?
Unfortunately. How's the weather?
It has cleared slightly. The days are nice. What news of the swamp?
We have done
Oh,
it
you know,
for the
some
rest.
dead vampire spawn
You know,
thing.
all 6 of them gone.
A weird hermit and an imprisoned werewolf.
Maefyre, give me a
Oh,
perception
yeah.
check.
Yes.
Or sorry, an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
Sorry, not Maefyre, Chamilla.
Oh,
Oh.
God. I did it. Take my one. 22.
I'll take the
18.
I'll take the average because I messed up. But you notice as you say you killed the thralls, there is a twitch in his eye and then like a small bit of pain. He's not too happy.
Say that again. There's a twitch in his eye and a what?
Like a twinge of pain goes across his face for just a
Oh,
second.
okay. Okay.
You know, we did this on request of your mother. I don't know if that has any bearing with you, but it seems to be pissing you off just a little bit.
When you kill my children, I will always feel a slight bit of remorse.
Even if your
Children?
mother... Wait a minute.
By what means
But
are they
you-
your children?
He converted them. He converted them.
All
Maybe.
vampires in the region are my children.
Even
You made those
only the vampires in
abominations?
the region?
All vampires are my children.
Well, I'm glad we put them down then.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Why am I making them in the first place?
They're useful to have an army ready to come to your beck and call. But these ones, I admit, had run afoul. They had they no longer responded to the call of the blood. Something else had taken over their minds.
It's interesting because, out of curiosity, general curiosity, when we were talking to your mother, she mentioned they had eaten too many bugs or something, which verifies what you just said. But we also talked to another strange being, and he at least gave me the impression that all thralls would become like them. But they weren't very trustworthy, so I'm trying to bounce this off you to think if you believe that's true or if you're thinking differently.
Children need a stern hand, and I find myself incapable of reigning in my flock these days. If there are wayward thralls, it is because their father is absent. As for the person in the swamp, that's interesting. That is a inhospitable area. No one can survive there without being exceedingly clever.
Well, I wouldn't say they're normal to begin with. I don't even know if they're a humanoid at this point.
Interesting.
On a side note, don't tell anybody to bleed in the swamp. That he has a
Yes.
scam going over there.
Yeah.
Just don't.
What's the scam for?
Money.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, we might have undermined that scam, getting rid of the vampire thralls.
Yep.
I guess you could just tell them to do it anyway for another reason.
He can make the journey himself.
He'll find a way.
Yeah.
He has some sickening worm creatures in the swamp that latch onto you, and then you have to do his bidding so he can get rid of them for you.
That sounds delightful.
It's
Yeah.
not.
No.
What chores did he make you do?
Oh.
We fed his pet.
Yes. But it's not a pet. It's a werewolf. He's a drow. Andril?
Someone you know?
Indeed.
Indeed.
As
Sure.
in you know, will you acknowledge that?
I am familiar with him.
Right.
Hmm.
I
The
know
last of his
you
breed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear that he's still alive.
I mean,
Can
You wouldn't
you
happen to know
answer
how
a
to
few
cure-
questions for
Mysterious.
ourselves now that we've shared some information with you? There is always an exchange.
Well, if you
Well,
want
I
an
actually have a
exchange,
question.
If
you're willing to exchange the information.
Well, think of your
You mentioned
questions for the
earlier-
exchange. I'll tell you what I can.
All right.
As Chamilla, what question did you have?
Yes. You said all vampires are your children. I mentioned to these friends I know of the Driscoll family and the fact that some of them are vampires. Would you say that they are your children as well?
I did not turn them directly. Their lineage is longer, and I do not know who quite turned them initially, but they are related by blood.
To each other or to you?
Vampirism, it's a blood curse.
Right.
It isn't necessarily passed down from parent to child. It is
Okay.
a gift given to each. So I did not turn them, but the gift must be getting passed down through their family by themselves. So it is a this vampirism is a long and confusing family tree.
All right. Oh, thank you.
As for Aidenril,
As a follow-up, would you not know if they're your grandchildren or like somebody you converted them?
Or like you have like, I'm assuming
it.
that you and the Driscoll family have another older vampire, like maybe this tree split or something?
there is
Oh.
no older vampire than myself.
So how are you in? How do you exist? How did you come to be?
I'm gonna
Yeah, how did you become
plug
a-
my ears if you're gonna tell people that, Chef. Because I haven't gotten to that part in the Curse of Strahd.
Okay.
I know that he's the first vampire, but I have not been to the area where all that shit happened. So I will definitely if you're gonna talk about it.
Strahd does not know.
Oh, he
Cool.
lost a lot of his memory.
So how do you know you're the first?
Yes, it's
Because
mine.
I am the apex predator in these lands. At my peak, all the thralls, all vampires bend their knee to me in deference to my glory.
Well, forgive me for saying, but there's always something bigger out there. Something could be more ancient than you.
There's always a bigger thing.
Maybe. But I find I can turn most things, and that makes them subservient.
You should probably use past tense, because right now you're turning nothing. But maybe a mirror.
Fair enough.
Not to be disrespectful or anything.
But as far as Aidenril goes, the last tidbit, I've noticed that as varieties of beasts are hunted, the remaining members grow stronger. So in his werewolf form, he would be incredibly powerful.
Hmm.
And be careful
Hmm.
around him. Whatever is keeping him as that pet of that hermit fellow, some powerful magic.
It
Yeah,
just seemed like it
someone
was the magic.
imprisoned him there, and it was not the hermit. No.
The Keepers of the Fur, I believe. He told me a bear tribe. I'm assuming it's the Keepers of the Fur. Could be wrong.
Oh, interesting. The Keepers of the Fur. Have you any news about them?
We met one, and he was a new recruit, so he didn't know much. We're curious.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Do you know who put down the Keepers of the Feather? I forgot if we have asked you that already.
He did.
I did.
I'm like pointing to Strahd, like he did. He said he did.
Did he tell us?
So are you indifferent to the Keepers of the Fur being a risen power then, in this political structure we find ourselves in?
They are not familiar to me. I haven't heard that name before. I've heard murmurs, but I haven't met any of them. I do not know where they are in the power structure.
Oh, we found some information as well. Do you know of like people who were researching vampirism and lycanthropy and lichdom? We found some notes on it.
Every once in a while, a wayward vampire hunter has found his way into the realm. And if they, in the past years, if they have decided to try their luck, they've met a stunted demise.
Above table for a second, did we not find out how Strahd fell?
No, you don't know
No,
that
we
either.
didn't.
We didn't ask that to the book. I thought we had.
We asked the book. Yeah, let's see. What was the exact question we asked it? What happened to cause Strahd to be in this state? Answer: in this realm, there must be a ruler, a dark lord. That ruler.
Yeah, okay.
So we asked him what caused him to be in that state.
That might not be something he knows.
Yeah, he
Leverage.
originally told us that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And Babala Saga told us that she knows one of the answers, either how he's in the state, or who did it.
Fair. I assume this is a conversation we would have had before getting here. Heading up to the castle.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Whoever makes
It says she doesn't know what's causing him to be tethered, but she does know how he met his demise. But she wants us to look into the history of Strahd to who killed him. She basically wants us to dig into the history in Vallaki.
Do you know any vampire hunters that were alchemists?
A lot of them were alchemists. Seemed to be a trait.
Any group association names that you remember? Orders, perhaps?
They're usually not. There's not an order of vampire slayers that I am aware of. They're usually solitary. Very self-motivated, self-driven creatures. Very much like yourself.
Well, I can assure you that my order would be here if they knew how to get here. The fact that I'm back is a bit more of an accident than
Well, there is a road.
that. There is a road for what?
Road goes in. Just follow the road.
Is it yellow brick? I got Jodie with that one. Hey!
Well,
Goldy's got it now too.
either way, I would have appreciated help if I was in their position, but it seems that trust is a big issue with others of like mind, even in this place.
We did manage to get a little tidbit for you. Something you wanted that you said you'd reward us for.
Ooh,
Make sure that's still on the table.
what delicious morsel have you brought me?
Well, we vaguely know why you're tethered to this plane and not actually dead.
Yes.
Do you?
I am a being of power immense. I believe that my soul cannot be destroyed as easily as all those beneath me.
Well, that is not the case. Sorry to disappoint you. It is a situation that it seems where Barovia must have someone leading it, basically at the helm of the ship. And unless someone replaces you, you're trapped.
He is pensive for a moment. In this present form, I am not helm of the ship. I cannot command the realm as I once have. So who's at the helm now?
It might be a puppeteer using you, trapping you here. This is an assumption past the information that we know, but could be a puppeteer using you, trapping you here, and using your tie to this place as their way to steer it.
It seems to be like some sort of evil thing from the beyond. Some sort of evil realm beyond thing. We encountered it briefly. Twice. And the second time was after we defeated the thralls. And I think that might have been what influenced them to be crazy. Maefyre's book told us about it. Right, Maefyre?
You can see
Yes.
that Strahd is getting angry. I am not a puppet. There is no one who pulls my strings.
The other theory could be that they tried to rip control of the realm from you and found you
Currently trying
too
to.
steadfast and difficult to get rid of and too powerful,
If anyone
and have not found a
dares-
way to fully rip it from you.
If anyone dares to wrestle for the control of my realm, I will annihilate them and tear them until there's nothing but slivers that remain.
Can you do that
Correction.
anymore?
You can annihilate or tear anyone if you cannot even interact with anything corporeal.
You'd be surprised.
Can you do that
He
anymore?
hisses at you. The runt with the book.
I'm not a runt. I'm very tall for a halfling, actually.
You do have a book.
Do your little hands on it. I'm very tall for a halfling.
You do
What is
have
this book?
Renok in the background. It's like, you do have a book, though.
You never mind about my book.
Don't worry, he can't read.
Strahd?
No, Renok.
Oh, he
Strahd,
can probably read.
I know words good.
Strahd walks into you, Maefyre, and looks into
Walks
your
into it?
backpack as
How
a
did
ghost
he look
could do.
in? I guess
He's a ghost?
Okay.
A man
Ghost,
doesn't have a
ghost.
form.
A book on
Well-
mushrooms is your big evil connection to the Eldritch. You
I
are
didn't say. I didn't. I made no claims about my book. You're the one who's saying that.
your party says you've been getting
Yeah.
information from your book. Yet it is a book on mushrooms and
Well, it talked
Foraging.
to us.
It's probably a king.
Well, I don't know. I don't know by what means or whom the messages are from, but messages are being received via this book.
Mushrooms are the wisest of us, to be sure.
And as long as we don't end up like you, Mr. Strahd, then we'll probably end up more like the mushrooms when we're gone.
Maybe we should, let's not be offending
Mr. Strahd.
Strahd right now. We should probably be having him as an ally.
Are you speaking?
It's who's speaking.
talking to Camille, who's just spouting off nonsense because she's
I'm telling
grossed
you,
out.
we don't want to make him an enemy.
Alright, Mr. Strahd, I have a very strange question for you to get you off track here, hopefully, and give you a little grin.
He whirls at you. He is quite furious at this point.
Your mother's finger sandwiches, do you remember them very well? And he, like, smirks a little bit.
Finger sandwiches.
There's a crashing of thunder in the distance, and Strahd turns into mist, and you see this visage of a skull fly at you and consume you, and then just disappear.
Well, now you've done it.
Strahd is gone.
Well, let's get out of here.
I will shout out into the world. You do owe us for that, so then we'll be back.
They were
Have a party trick.
Well, we'll tell your
they
mother
were a
you
little
said hi.
creamier than I would have liked, but they were fine. All right, well, I tried. Humor's not my strong suit.
Yeah, maybe Janus.
Clearly.
You do the stabbing. I do the talking.
Yeah, sounds good. He just kind of like looks down at his shoes. It's like, all right, well,
Stabby,
tried.
stabby.
He's not sad. He's just like, well, sucks to suck.
Well, sucks to suck myself. Sucks to suck, bitch.
Yep. All right, well, shall we get a move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Conversation was stirring. Let's go.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got a
he's
lot
gonna
of
be
good
upset.
information.
A being of ultimate power being stripped of this alone, he's had time to deal with, but now he doesn't have time to deal with the fact that he might be a puppet
Just
or
interesting.
being used, which I know none of us would like.
Well,
But imagine going from
very
ultimate power to nothing.
He has no
I think his
power.
range is understandable.
He's bluffing.
bluffing.
How do you know if he's
yes.
bluffing or
I think
not?
that the previous ruler of this place that has been stripped, probably some other powerful being, is bluffing.
I don't know if he's bluffing or not. It's just my sense. It's just a hunch.
Well, one thing for certain, nothing we've been told by anyone here seems to be a complete truthful thing. Well, at the very least-
Well,
That's
I
because
hold
none
up
of
those
them
notes.
actually-
I hold up those notes from the alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
These you can trust.
Oh, that's because
Remind me
because
what
they're
those
dead.
are again. Where did you get them from?
From
Thrall gave.
The body of a dude.
likely another alchemist that was hunting these vampires and died holding
Okay.
these. So this
Well,
is
are
important to
you
them in
just-
their dying breath, so these will be
Let's
important
just
and truthful
trust
for us.
some notes for some dead guy that we don't know who that is. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, just same as I trust a book full of mushrooms.
I do not
And
trust
me, of course,
this
you can
book,
trust
and
me.
I've never said I've trust this book. You all have put your faith in it by asking it questions, not me.
Oh, who said I trust it?
And what does faith have to do with anything?
It's a lot of presumptions that we're slinging around here.
I absolutely do not trust that book. I can tell you
Well,
that.
don't
for
make
sure.
presumptions about me then, and I won't make presumptions about you.
You just did
I
before I had
presume
made
that
one.
you are not an only child. I feel like
You
you're
made one first.
from
You
the
made one first.
family, and you're trying to prove something.
Maybe we should carry on going.
Maefyre
As
definitely
much as
has
I
her
love
hands on
watching
her-
the children
on her
argue,
hips
you're
now.
right. Maybe we should
Yeah,
go on a little walk.
I'm just saying these notes are trustworthy. I wasn't trying to infer anything else.
I was just trying to
You
infer
trust,
I'm
you
trustworthy.
trust notes, but people trusting a book is absurd. I don't understand the logic here.
What? We
That's
don't trust the
understandable.
book.
You should get that on a t-shirt.
What's the t-shirt? No, they probably have t-shirts.
And probably a shirt that's been cut into a T shape, I would imagine. Either that or something you dip into tea and make it tasty. It seems a little less
Ooh.
effective, though.
That would be nice, like a
Ah.
tea-scented shirt. That would be nice.
I do have a cuppa right now.
Mm.
This nonsense.
I'm assuming we're walking while we're having this
Yeah, walking
ridiculous
and talking.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're walking and talking, so we've got to travel 8 hours, is it?
Yeah,
Ah.
something like that.
Pretty
No,
much.
not 8 hours. We
We did
are-
half the journey,
Huh?
didn't we?
half.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did
it's-
half yesterday.
It's,
Okay.
a day
okay.
to get there, so you can get to
Another-
Botany Sagas
Another 4?
at twilight in the afternoon.
Twilight, okay. Oh, because it gets dark early.
I try to make my clothes smell like tea now that we're having this conversation with precipitation, just like a little bit. Is it?
Yeah, but you're gonna make us all want tea if you do that.
I got my tea.
I can make us some at some point if we stop somewhere.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
As you approach where you remember Lisaga's hut to be, you again feel the waves of magical auras and barriers opening up and letting you through. You smell cookies.
Do they smell good?
They smell very good.
They don't smell like they've got fingers in them?
They smell like childhood and all the good memories of
They
your
have childhood
youth.
fingers.
Fat chubby child's fingers inside.
Just a minor clarification though, finger sandwiches are like a term for like small sandwiches. They were not human
I know.
finger
Oh.
I
sandwiches.
wasn't thinking that at all.
I was confused. I was
I
like,
was confused.
fingers in them?
No, like finger foods? Have you never heard
I
of
know
this before?
finger sandwiches. I thought they had
I knew
fingers
exactly
in
what
them.
Chef was talking about. That's like a very
Oh,
common
okay.
phrase. Finger foods, finger sandwiches, like
I know finger
small
I've heard of
sandwiches or
finger
a sandwich
food.
that's large that's been cut so that you can fit it in two
Oh,
fingers.
okay.
Oh, we lost him.
I guess I hadn't heard that too often.
I hadn't
but I've
either.
heard
You're not
finger
alone.
food.
I hadn't either.
I feel like there was like, because I was confused because I
It
didn't
did
remember there
come to
being
my-
finger sandwiches.
The second thing that these two were thinking did come to my mind, but I knew what he was talking about.
Oh man,
I
okay.
absolutely did not.
I feel dumb now.
Well,
I know the phrase finger sandwiches,
I've been
but
down that
because it
road.
was a witch, my brain immediately was like, "Uh-oh, I
Yeah.
eat fingers."
Fingy sands.
all right. As the door opens, you can see the figure in the hut, and she greets you. Welcome back, children. Good to see you again.
Hi, how you
and
doing?
We should probably take a break around now.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't
Awesome.
break a finger.
I'm waiting for us to
Papaya.
see you
Papaya,
arrive.
papaya. Give you time.
Papaya.
BRB.
The saddest part about my current day is I've been awake for 3 hours already. I am mad about that one.
You've showed up real early with us. Why are you here?
How long's your shift
And I was
today,
up
Dallan?
before that. I mean, I'm in charge of people, so I got to the shop, got him out the door, and now I am leaving to go home because I'm not going to do any like fixing of things today. I'm going to go spend time with my wife. I hit 40 hours partway into my Wednesday or Thursday shift this week, which was my third day of the week. We're doing all right. I'm living.
Oh boy. So Mesh, Goldy, I have done my max raids every day, like my max remotes have all been Necrozma.
Really?
Since Thursday, because GoFest has got Necrozma.
Is
Aren't
the
you
shiny
lucky?
available remotely?
Not globally.
Or not globally.
So you
okay.
cannot get energy and you cannot get the shiny global, but you can get the hundo, which is the only thing that matters.
Nice. Nice.
I got a 98 in my first raid, but I have not gotten anything good since then.
Nice. Yeah, that is the way.
But don't really care because every raid is still a chance at a hundo. So.
Go for gold.
Also, I don't know if there's like a specific move that you can get with them.
On release, probably not.
But I think you get the move when you do the fusion thing. Steel Wind Strike, or no, that's the D&D one. Sun Steel Strike. There we go. And then Moongeist Beam.
I think the move, there has to be a move that converts into that one.
Huh?
There has to be a related move that converts into that one. Otherwise, how would it choose which move to swap when you fuse?
It would just be like a community day one, Mesh? Like identical?
Yeah, but when you fuse, you can still unfuse, right? Theoretically, I think.
Yeah.
So, the question is, would it remember the previous two Pokemon's movesets? Or would it
Won't know
re-roll
until we
every
get there,
time?
buddy. I don't know what else to tell
Would it
you.
re-roll? Would it re-roll every time?
We got two more Go Fests after this before Global. So I'm sure we'll find out. I don't remember which one's in Europe, but I know that New York is one of the next ones, or one of the last ones.
Huh. That is wrong. Comes that dire music.
We're a lively bunch today, ain't we? It's the most entertaining break in D&D Twitch history.
It's been a weirdly long week. I apologize for my
It sure fucking has there, bud. It sure fucking has.
Hell of a way to end spring.
This morning was my hardest wake up, though. It was one of those ones where, like, your alarm goes off and you open your eyes and you can feel awake you crawling from the abyss of sleep. And you're like, I gotta go.
You feel like you're intensely aware of what the realm of delirium is like.
Yes, yeah. You're just like, oh my god. And, like, you're putting your pants on and you barely can see them, you know? You're
And
like,
they're
I don't know what's
backwards.
happening. Yeah.
The moosh wake up call.
It was one of those
Dallan,
mornings.
I want to tell you this. This week, I think it happened on 2 different days. For the first day, I put on my undershirt, and realized that it was backwards very late before I left the house. So then I fixed that and went to work, only to come home and find out that the shirt was still inside out. After I got home from work.
Did you take it off, fix it, put it back on, and didn't realize it wasn't fixed? What happened?
So
You
it
put
was
it on
dark in the house
backwards.
as it is normally. And so I'm putting on my undershirt and it feels weird. So I check the tag and it's like, okay, because the tags here are not usually here. They're on the left side or the right side. So if they're on the left side, I know that I've put the shirt on correctly. And the tag was on the wrong side. So I was like, okay, well, that's probably why I feel uncomfortable. And I was right. But it was also inside out, and I couldn't tell because they're like those microfiber ones. So they're a little more difficult to kind of discern. And then 2 days later, I put one on inside out without knowing until I get home. So that's 2 days I had an inside out undershirt this week.
It's okay. I had my non-undershirt on inside out for like 2 days in a row.
Nice.
At some point this last month. But I had like a second, I was wearing like a flannel over that shirt too, and it was covering up the logo that would have showed me that it was inside out.
Some days you're just like, fuck it, it doesn't matter. Get with it.
It's been a time. It's been a time.
Yeah.
The time has been.
This reminds me of that guy from Big Hero 6 who was like, I'm gonna wear my the same underwear for 4 days. Forwards, backwards, inside out, forwards, inside out, backwards.
That's so gross.
Oh my god, that dude.
In principle makes sense. But also, like, if you're above the poverty line, why? Like,
Yeah.
if you have more than 5 pairs of underwear, there's no reason for you to be doing that ever.
Yeah, also, like, coming from it from a I think male sense too, like, you don't have the opening.
Glad I didn't get my fruit right now. I'm not hungry enough for it.
I'm glad I got mentioned that one.
So today, everyone on stream, we'll be talking about underwear and how effective.
Okay, so let's talk about milk underwear.
Wait, say that again?
Did you say let's talk about milk wonderwear?
Why? Like, no, men's underwear. What? Who? I do not understand the use of the front flap in underwear. I don't get that. That feels like so much more work than just a little pull on the waistband. Just a little pull on the waistband, and not like a fucking origami mission to get to my dick.
I have to tell you, origami does not work on flesh very well.
What's happening?
No, it's under origami with the underwear. It's all folded over itself. I have feelings about this. Okay. But you missed a lot.
I have like, what was it? The guys you were listening to that were like, do you pull your balls out or do you leave them in?
No! Why would you do that?
So there's the basement. The basement yard is the reference that Cari's talking about here, because I watch a lot of TikTok. The basement yard guys come on.
I don't.
And they're hilarious.
I don't care. I'm gonna sit to pee 90% of the time. I'm gonna sit to pee.
You know something funny that I learned?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that if you make a point, like as a man, to need to sit down to pee, number one, as a priority, it is very likely that you have OCD, ADHD, or autism in some way, shape, or form.
Well, yeah, I will mark off 2 of those. Let's fucking go.
I think I marked.
But also,
off
like,
all the
how
boxes
much
except the
piss
man
splash
part.
do I have to not clean up in my bathroom? Because I'm not dropping it. Because again, I'm 6'3". That is a long journey down in the toilet. That's
Right? He was that tall. I didn't think 6 foot.
Yeah.
Honey, you look so small on camera.
Oh man.
Thanks. I look small.
I never thought you were small.
So,
You look small on camera. Fuck you.
Daddy.
I wonder if of us are maybe me. I'm
But I am short,
5'5".
Carrie's
How
short.
tall?
I am the average height, shoe
You're taller
size.
than me.
You name it for a woman in the USA.
I
I'm
also
like
sit
For some
down
reason,
to
Terry, I
pee.
assumed you were like
Yeah.
5'9".
I've seen pictures. I've basically gauged my height against Meshes because I've seen him standing next to Momo, and I know she's short as shit. She's like
I know
5'2",
that me and Rob
5'1".
are very close. I'm 5'9.5".
Yeah, Mesh and I are probably the same height.
Yeah.
Are you?
Mesh might be
Yeah,
a
no.
little
If we all
taller.
met up, I think I'd peg Chef at like 6 foot or like
Chef?
5'11".
No, actually, I'm 6
Oh,
foot.
yeah,
Chef
he's
Chef
really
is taller than me,
tall.
and that took me by surprise. Not that he was
He's
taller than
really
me, that he was
Oh my god, Chef, are we
significantly taller
twinsies?
than me.
Now listen.
Yeah.
So the only reason I know
Oh,
that Chef is
significantly
above
taller.
6'1",
Yeah.
6 foot, or maybe even 6'1", 6'2", is because I know he has a long torso from A, photos, and B, look at his chair. His head is significantly above the chair rest.
Yeah.
And those people that have long torsos never sit lower than the headrest.
Although, like, I have a long torso, but I'm not tall.
Carrie, you are in like a really
Carrie has,
weird
like,
office
one
chair.
foot, like-
In your
Oh, I'm
gaming
not
chair,
talking
you were
about
like,
this one. I'm not talking about this one, but yeah, you're right about that.
long legs, not long.
I'm 170 centimeters. Where's that in feet? So I'm like 175 DS. That's 5'9".
I think it's 6
So you're
foot.
probably 5'8".
It's below 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, below
DS
5.
was a tiny bit, probably an inch and more
5'9".
tall.
5'8",
I'm
5'7".
165
Yeah.
So
centimeters.
Jodie, what are you?
I am 190 centimeters.
I'm like 5'3" and maybe a tiny bit.
Ah, you're the little one.
I'm not that tall.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
I knew
every-
you looked
every
small
time
on
I
camera.
gotta talk to you,
That's
I was
right.
gonna be like,
You look small on camera.
Yeah, that's good. I want to be small on camera. Manjit is significantly taller than me. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just
I
genetic.
don't know about bending down to
Sorry.
talk to me. You're exaggerating there.
No. I
have
mean, like,
to. You're a foot down there. How are you gonna hear me?
That was a joke. I kind of fucked up the joke.
It was
Sorry,
very
Jodie.
fun to go to, like, when I was at Worlds, it was very interesting to finally meet people in person to kind of gauge where you're at height-wise
You're
with
like,
them.
oh.
You met Fish, right? He's like 5'7".
I think Fish was shorter than me. I took a photo with him just to
Yeah.
be sure.
I think Fish
Yeah.
might be,
He might be-
me and miss most
Well,
of the
he
time.
said he was short. So, like, I already knew
Yeah,
that
he's
he
about
was.
my height.
But I think that he was taller than I thought, despite
Yeah.
that.
I think he's a little taller than me. If I'm 5'5",
Maybe
then
that's
he might
just
be
because
like
he stands
5'6",
with
5'7".
confidence.
He does have a lot of
Yeah, he
confidence
definitely has tall
in the
person
tiny bones.
era.
He's a time person.
Aura.
In a small
I thought he was tall when I saw him on camera.
Yeah, I was surprised when I met him too. I was like, oh wow. I thought
Well,
he
you
was a lot
clearly don't know
taller.
what people look like on camera, now do you,
I
Jodie?
don't.
Oh, for 2, baby!
You have a dodgy
Wasn't
camera.
meant for that.
Your camera's from the 2012 laptop, so that's why I look small.
Not the
today.
one that I've been using the last fucking 2 months. But
Yeah, but I can't see you because you've
Now
been
he's
using
got
the
a nice-
camera for the
nice,
past fucking 2 months. Yeah, when have you been on camera? Maybe last week, and that was
A
it.
couple times.
Put
Last
those
time
shoes
he was on
on,
camera.
Jodie. Come on. Talking
shoes?
about no camera.
Yeah, well, my
Yeah, because
camera's
you
not
guys
on
have
because
the
I'm
night
sitting
and day
here.
camera things.
I know.
I'm sitting here.
I'm just teasing you.
I'm in my pajamas. I've not got dressed because I was waiting for the
That is
electrician. I didn't want to
okay.
get in the shower
What do
in
you
the
think
dark
these are?
and then have them turn
Listen,
up.
we're not here for your foot fetishes and your pajama
It
pants.
was a
shit,
thigh
Mandit.
fetish, thank you. It was my thigh. Well, my
And
Well, now we got your
We're gonna keep
heels.
on looking.
Okay, so it may not be your fetish, but it's someone else's now.
Rob, you were
waiting
making
for
not making fun of me, but like I have like a little bean pinky toe.
Oh yeah.
Dally, I see your weird flapping underwear, and I raise you jeans with zippers. Who the
Jeans
fuck
with
wants to use
zippers.
that death
And
trap?
on opening that death trap, we are gonna start playing the video game that
What?
we've decided
What are
we're
you
gonna play
talking
together.
Not a fucking
Jeans with
video
the
game.
zipper.
The video
That's
game
why you
is
get fucked.
everyone shut
no,
up.
you have buttons. The buttons are fine, but the
buttons
zipper,
zipper.
like,
It's a zipper.
like,
It has a button at the
I'm
top.
gonna start server
It's-
muting. I swear to
Alright.
God.
Buttons, the button zipper, then you don't get like certain bits caught in there if you use the buttons one.
Matt's like, no.
And
Rob, you should just do the.
I swear to you, I will server mute.
All right, I will stop.
Oh,
How's that
yes.
movie? Is there something about Mary though? Anyway, I'm done.
Inside of Lysaga's house is the figure of Granny Lysaga. There a nice fresh tray of cookies waiting there for you. She welcomes you back in warmly. My
I'm
children,
feeling kind of
it's good to
peckish,
see
but I'm
you again.
suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not eating.
Yes,
those
well,
finger sandwiches. Got fingers in them.
We've had quite the adventure.
Excuse me.
Indeed. And were you successful in putting down those wretches?
Is that a rhetorical
was.
question? I feel like you would know.
We're here, are we not?
Good.
I got great
In
with that one,
that
didn't I?
case, for you, Maefyre,
Yes.
you want to be a hardened adventurer, resistant to all things. Here's an upgrade to your armor, and she
And a cookie.
gives you a. She gives you a half plate.
Yo,
A half plate.
holy shit.
Like a living
Okay.
mob, like
That is an
Meshadieme,
upgrade. Damn.
the thing
I'll
you were
put
craving
that
as
in
well.
there.
Here is the other bracer to the one you have lost, and now you can have
Half
the full bracers of +2 AC mesh.
Don't look
Nice.
for them.
Like,
Another
how
one.
did you find that?
hello.
Mesh, another
Renok,
one.
you are more muscles than brains, and
That is a true
here
statement.
is a
I
belt
think I
of
already have
giant
a-
strength that will make sure that that is true for all time.
I already have a
Janus,
breastplate though.
Sorry. What did you give me? I didn't catch any of
a
that.
belt of giant strength.
Thank you.
Wait. Can I change mine?
No.
That is nice.
Why?
Because you're not as strong. You don't need that.
But I
You're a
I
caster.
already-
I only have the one belt. I'm sorry.
And
I
I'm
already have a
keeping it.
I already have a breastplate. Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No, half plate is better for you, darling.
Is it?
Pet, pet.
Ooh,
Pat.
there are several different giant belts.
Giant
Doesn't
strength
look like-
should be
Sorry,
23.
giant strength. Yeah, there's hill,
Yeah, there's
fire,
lots of them.
frost, stone, cloud, and storm. But nothing that's just a belt of giant
I
strength.
think if you're thinking the green one, Chef, it's Hill.
Hill giant.
Hill-
Okay.
Hill is blue, but I guess I'll take it.
What was it?
It is blue.
What's the strength that it sets it to?
I think Storm
well,
is
21.
green. I think
It's
Storm
that
is
one.
green.
It's that one.
Okay.
There's
Thank you.
loads of different half plates here. So which one
For
is
you,
it?
Janus, a fragile necklace. At the beginning of each day, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
It's called a fragile necklace, you said?
Yeah, it's a made-up item. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
But I understand you had a bit of an issue with morning pains, and hopefully this eases the pain a good amount.
Much appreciated.
Uh-huh.
You said 2d6?
Yeah. For you, Grim, you wanted answers.
Okay.
Have a seat, child. I will unravel one of the memories that is lost to you.
I sit with a flourish, as you would.
As you sit on this nice tufted couch, there is a plume of dust that comes out of it. Despite looking nice, it has not been used in quite some time. But the roots running all over the floor.
Precipitate the dust.
And oh, you can't hear me. Hell yeah.
The roots running across the floor slither around the couch and begin to entwine you. And and as they kind of continue up your torso, they
This is a
slither up around your neck.
bit much.
Hold up. Is this all of us?
No, just
No.
Just who?
Grim.
Grim. Alright.
It's
Granny starts to laugh just a little bit, but like, hold on, dear. We'll see what is deep in that noggin. And all the roots snap, hot, and Grim, your vision fades to black. The
Ooh.
rest of you also experience this vision.
Mhm.
You are
What is happening?
surrounded in a bright white void. And the light fades softly, and you can see that this white isn't just void anymore. It's now shifting slowly. It's not a void, it's a mist bank. It's a fog. You can feel the cool droplets like needles on your skin. You see 3 figures, man, woman, child, all running, struggling for their lives. She stumbles, and the husband pauses to help her. They look up for a brief moment, and the child that they were with is gone. They pantomime, yelling, calling out, their hands to their mouths, but you don't hear anything though. You keep running. We follow the mother and the father. She's hurt and stumbling. A black shape circles in the distance. A giant vampire bat. It doesn't see them. They freeze and go silent. It doesn't hear them. The bat circles around them, screeching, trying to discern the location in the mist. It leaves dejected. The husband lays the wife down gently and moves a step away before calling for their child. No response. He dares not leave his wife and remains tethered, always at an arm's distance away at most, clutching her hand firmly. He coughs as the fog thickens around them, choking them. The husband helps his wife to her feet, and they hobble quickly, picking a random direction, disoriented by the mists. They exit the mists and they see a citadel in the mountains, a waterfall above and below. You can see black swarms slithering through the structure, flashes of light in the distance, combat. The couple watches helplessly from a distance as the flashes diminishes and the swarms depart. There is a crack of thunder, and you can see a lone figure on one of the balconies. His eyes scan the forest, and his gaze rests on you. In a heartbeat, he's right in front of you, and everything goes black. Grim, you snapped awake again as the roots recede. And Granny is smiling. I hope that was informative. That seems to be an earlier memory of yours. Formative
Sure.
memory, perhaps?
It sure was informative. Chef, was that written down that you read off of?
That was written down.
Is there a way you could send that to me in a form that you are comfortable with?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just don't want to type it.
My dearies, I must also ask, has there been any news from your book, young Miss Maefyre?
She's deafened currently.
Jodie? Oh, she
Hear
can hear.
you when she's
You're right.
deafened.
I wonder if the electrician dude is there.
I think she was doing that earlier. This might be someone else.
Oh.
Yeah, someone probably came to the door.
Perhaps.
Any else have any experiences with the book?
Yes, we're having some entertaining conversations.
Oh, we asked a question that you had mentioned. See if I can find in my journal what we asked it. Oh, we had asked about the source of the power of the Admiral. I think, Mesh, you asked that question. I don't know what the answer to that was. Something even first.
Did you ask us of any specific requests that you would like to know?
Yes. You had asked about the masters. So we asked the book, "Who are your masters?" And the book said, "My master is a being unlike any you would recognize. It consumes planes as sustenance. To speak its name would take a millennia of your time. We exist beyond mortal realms of existence and understanding." In short, it was not an answer.
It's more information than you perhaps realize.
All right.
Do
Oh,
you know of entities such as these?
I feel the world is collapsing around us, and I am doing my best to hold the fabric together.
that would probably be because your son is a ghost. Because they also told us that in this realm there must be a ruler, a Dark Lord. That ruler is bound. Their existence is bound to the existence of this plane. The only way to truly destroy the Dark Lord is to destroy the plane. There is another way, which Grimm suggested might be to replace the Dark Lord.
But that wouldn't destroy the plane.
Not if we replace it.
It would destroy Strahd.
It would destroy Strahd, yes.
What happened to...
So it tells me you don't exactly want that.
So,
I don't think any of us want oblivion to meet all of us. If you are also trapped here, the destruction of this plane would mean your destruction as well. This book is not to be trusted, my friends.
Yes, they were telling me some interesting things. I asked them, your head thingy, how does that work speaking, like you spoke to us in our head? It also spoke to us in our head.
I simply went into his memories and pried them from the prison that they were contained in. This book, do not trust it. It wants to destroy everything.
What would happen, do you think, if we tried to destroy it?
The book itself is probably inconsequential. A minor trinket, a bridge.
would you say anybody has ever escaped Barovia?
There have been people that have left.
Okay.
Me? Janus?
I'm pointing at the wrong person.
So, if theoretically everybody alive leaves Barovia, then we just let it collapse. Then there's no loss of life, there's no power struggle.
Perhaps. It might be hard to get people to leave their homes. People tend to be quite stubborn about that.
You want to motivate all of the inhabitants of Barovia to run into this mist that has been known to choke and kill them.
Not necessarily run into the mist. not necessarily run into the mist. We'd have to have a way to get them out.
What do you propose?
Find a sustainable way to get out. That's the first step. Then we can start convincing people if they want to get out and live a better life.
Why does the book, as well as yourself, Baba Saga, want to help us? Why do we have two different people trying to help us?
I mean, did the book really try to help us?
It's giving us what we want. Is probably a better way of saying it.
So you're asking, why am I giving you what you want?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you did what I asked. I am merely trying to encourage you. I believe everyone has their own agency. I don't think anyone here wants to be faced and tossed into oblivion. So with that common purpose in mind, I propose further action, further cooperation.
Oh, we learned about a group called the Keeper of the Furs. Do you know anything about them?
I've seen them. They move through the forests. It's both humans and bear folk. And her gaze rests on Renok for a moment.
Yeah, he seems to be touched by that.
Me?
Well, you said you're not. Andrel had mentioned it, but
Well, yes.
that
but
you smell like them.
I believe he's referring to me being able to turn into a bear. I have no affiliation with this group whatsoever. To be honest with you, it came as a bit of a surprise to me as well.
Indeed. We are in a stage where I don't think they have too many cards in the deck, so to speak. They may be a minor actor on this stage. I would ignore them. They don't do anything.
Do you know about a cure for lycanthropy? Lichen.
A cure for werewolves?
Lycanthropy.
Yes, that
Werewolves,
word.
yes.
Why do you ask?
Well, we met one werewolf that was being chained far south. And, I feel like that's not a way to live. And if I can help him out, I'd like to help him out.
So you seek to cure another creature's blood curse?
Yes, I do.
Well, werewolves. Fascinating creatures. They were rampant in these parts in ages past, but have become quite rare these days. By their very nature, they keep the sentient and sharp human separate from the ferocious and powerful wolf. If you cure them, if you combine the two halves, you end up with a dull and weak creature. Their power comes from a lack of control. So you say you want to cure him.
Yes, because it's...
they want?
Well, I would ask for his permission, but he seems to want to be free, but he can't be free as long as he has this werewolfism, because he doesn't want to go into a rage and kill others. So if I could perhaps find a way to cure him, and then I could offer that to him, I think he might take it.
So you seek to control.
Actually, just free. I don't like controlling people. I'm fabulous enough as I am.
Strangely, goodwill natured towards this one random individual that we found.
I have goodwill towards anyone. Excuse me. Minus the guy in the swamp. I hate him.
Well, you can join the fan club later.
And admittedly, is there another reason why you want to save him?
I haven't had
I'm
goodwill
also
towards you
wondering
all.
the same thing, Renok.
Wait, can you ask that question again, Renok? I missed that.
I must admit, is there another reason why you would want to save him? I understand the goodness of your heart, but I feel like there's something more going on.
Well, the concept of being imprisoned bothers me. For people that are innocent, of course. I don't really have a problem with Strahd being imprisoned because he seems like a horrible person.
He admittedly said he was guilty, and you still have a problem with it.
Right, but he didn't choose to be a werewolf. This
That's
is a
besides the
problem
point
that
of
was
being guilty, is
thrust
it not?
upon him. What?
Besides the point of being guilty, is
What
it
are you
not?
talking about? He has this curse that he didn't choose to have, and it's causing him to kill people? Wouldn't you want to be freed from that?
I'm not him.
Well, he didn't seem like he was having a good life. I want to help someone because I feel for them.
I would also say that it didn't really seem like he wanted help in the sense of, I believe he wanted no penance for what he did.
It's possible. I got the impression that he regretted what he had done, of course. He didn't believe there was a cure for lycanthropy, so he's basically given up on that goal. I think if we were to tell him, hey, look, we actually did find a cure, he might be more willing. He literally believed it didn't exist.
Good. He might be a very formidable ally.
That was my thought exactly.
She weaves a circlet of vines, and it's I give you a collar of control. You put this on him, he will be forced to respond to your commands.
No, I don't want
In his
it.
dangerous
I'm sorry.
forms,
I do.
You can tell him to obey. It will rein in the beast, and you can give him freedom when he is sentient. Beasts.
It's a win-win situation
to
for
be
everyone.
collared, and I give you this answer.
We get a powerful being on our side. He is not able to hurt people that he doesn't want to.
I give you an
he's a werewolf.
alternative as well, though. There is a creature roaming Vallaki, or what's left of it. This creature, centuries ago, was known as the Butcher of Vallaki, and is now the Angel of Vallaki. In the past, he has done experiments on flesh, on melding and fusing and forming more perfect beings. If there is anyone who knows how to fuse the two halves of this creature into a usable form, it would be them.
I don't like it, but we are headed in that direction. Also,
I think the
given all
collar
of
might
us,
be a good call.
given all of them a gift, nothing for me. Okay.
She eyes you. What do you wish, child?
I don't know. I just figured you'd give me something. I do want to know.
Nothing opposed to nothing.
I asked this to Strahd as well about the vampirism. Those spawn definitely changed because they were influenced by something else, and not because they were simply thralls.
Children run amok, toying with powers they don't understand. Yes, they were mutated by something from beyond.
That's what I thought.
I'll snatch the collar.
I have my eyes like at you.
I have a weird request about that collar. Is there any way where, say, the person who will actually use the collar on themselves will actually give consent to someone else to have them control them?
Yeah, don't you dare try to use that on one of us.
No.
I would never.
I'm more thinking that the
Inside
person,
check.
as opposed to the werewolf,
I don't
will
believe
actually
you.
the person, as opposed to a werewolf,
I'm
can
lying.
actually allow themselves to be controlled while they're a werewolf. At least that way, they can stop anything from happening.
I
I know
don't
it's
like it. I hear what you're saying, and I don't like it.
I understand. I'm just trying to think outside the bar here. It's very difficult for me, to be honest with you, but I'm trying.
Well, we either leave him in the cage or we give him a leash. Basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction, but it's also I don't know if I like the idea of my companion
We'd have to get him.
controlling someone as a pet, because like when are they going to start
not a
controlling me or
pet.
somebody else?
He's not our
What?
pet.
It's not a pet.
This is a
No, he's not.
If anything,
This is
it's
a
the one
feature
way
of
that we can get
discretion.
him to Velaki anyway.
This is a way of transport, as far as I'm concerned, for the time
You
being.
need to open your mind, Camilla, to possibilities instead of
Shutting them
assuming
down.
things.
Oh, shut up.
Look at this.
Kitty!
How to break character.
Camilla versus me.
Well, just Camilla, just no matter what, please know that we can take those chains off of him. He'll still stay in that cage.
And then we can kill the hermit.
That is a thing we can do.
Or we can just leave him alone. Because why would we go out of our way to be aggressive in order to do something hateful and spiteful and petty, instead of doing something that gets us where we need to be?
Or we let him decide if he wants to.
That is very
Seems
fine with
fair.
me. We have a lot of
I
other
think that
goals
we could-
within this group of things that need to be done outside of ourselves, that need to be done in this place, and we're getting far too distracted with being intensely petty.
What are we doing then?
That is why I'm precisely bringing this up. What is the next task that Lasaga thinks is best for us to go? Because right now, I want to go figure out what the fuck happened to my family.
I want to go there as well. I'm very curious.
We are all in a net. And we need to find a way out. We need to cut ourselves free. And if you believe there's a prayer we can get people through the fog, through the mists, we need to find whatever is linking them to this plane and whatever is linking them to that book and the beings talking through that book. There have been some disruptive events lately that need a bit more investigating. You should go to Velaki, find what happened there, investigate thoroughly, and bring back any clues about any of these mysteries that we face. The celestial being, the Angel of Velaki, find it. If the gods are involved, then perhaps we have a chance.
True. You know, I was thinking, if what they said is that there always has to be a Dark Lord, that some ancient magic has written this, then a magic can be unwritten, can it not?
I have leads on finding more details about this Dark Lord. Nothing ready for you yet.
It's a matter of finding things and doing an investigation. I'm sure we can handle it for you. But we're going to need you to make sure that we, the sharks, have the teeth to do it if something is beyond our reach.
She laughs, a cackle. You are fish caught in the net. You think you're swimming in the same direction as the boats. You think you're on the same side as someone until the boat lifts you out of the water and dumps you on the deck, flopping and gasping for air. You'll be gutted like all of the others that you swam with. Pick your allies carefully. Do not trust this book.
Nope, I don't like
Hey,
it.
look, I never trusted that book, okay? I just want to make that clear.
I don't trust the book. I don't trust you. I don't trust.
That is
I don't
true.
trust you either.
I don't trust Strahd.
To be fair, you're saying that because he said it. That doesn't count.
Well, he's been obtuse from the start. We don't know what happened on when he was on that ship, so...
I think people are just wrongfully blaming him.
Everyone's
fair,
got too many secrets for us to move forward. We're gonna have to
I
start
trust you all.
compromising.
Well, thank you. I have no ill will. I can honestly say I have no ill will towards any of you.
That's nice.
I do
dear.
have a question.
Have a sandwich.
I wasn't talking about you.
Actually,
I don't really have any ill will towards you at the moment, so
Do
that's
you
a curse.
know of a
Just don't like you as
place
a person.
called
Yeah, just sketched
the
out.
Southern Waterfall?
Water tribe.
Sudden waterfall?
Southern Waterfall.
The hidden village underneath the waterfall. Got it.
In the far
Gotcha, Rob.
southwest, if you follow the waters from the Serre Pool to Lake Eden, there are 2 large waterfalls in those mountains towards the source of the stream.
Okay. So over there?
Yep, that is a waterfall.
Okay.
All right then.
To Valaki we go.
And you can actually see a second waterfall
Another
if you
village.
look closely through the mists.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Baba Saga, do you know of any other alchemists that have come your way?
It's been quite some time since I've had any visitors. Last alchemist here was perhaps over 50, 60 years ago. He was a human. Very likely not in this world anymore.
Oh yes, he was absolutely not here. That was for sure.
As for other alchemists, they might be where civilization exists. There might be one with the pirates. Perhaps you ask your colleague if he remembers any in his fleet. Or perhaps in Krezik. Or perhaps even an expert or a court alchemist at the Driscolls.
There's an alchemist there?
Do I know? If there's one? Probably is.
In the pirates, yeah, there's an alchemist among the pirates.
They had someone brew some potions, so I assume the captain ship had him.
I also must know, in exchange for hunting down the Angel of Valaki and correction, not hunting down, but finding and interrogating the angel, I must ask what you would need in payment. I can begin to gather your payment. I don't need it now. I will send a messenger to collect that information later. Just be thinking about it. Is there anything else, my children?
Yeah. I think we're good.
Well, do spend the night. It's so dreadfully late, and I'd hate for there to be any unpleasantness in my woods.
Are the beds comfortable?
You don't see any beds right now. But there is rooms into this hut and doors that you have not seen behind or open.
I turn around to everyone with like puppy dog eyes. I could really use something soft to sleep on after the other night we had.
Are you saying that you want to stay?
Well, if we had to, then I wouldn't mind. I'm just saying. Oh, not a night. 2 nights ago with the mushrooms. A nice warm bed would be nice.
I slept on the floor there. Oof.
Well, might as well take a rest.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, we've been walking for 8 hours, so makes sense.
A lot of traveling going on.
At this point, I think it's safe. You know, she doesn't have a reason to. We have information that we can bring to her, so of course she has no reason to bring harm to us.
She smiles. It's like, I will prepare the brooms. And this creature that's usually been rooted to the floor begins to quiver and crack. And a hunched root figure is formed, and she hobbles off to one of the closed doors, and her root-like arms slither into the handle and pry it open. Behind it is a, again, dusty, unused room that has some bunk beds in it.
Does she have legs?
She doesn't have legs. It's more like she has roots that look like legs that are carrying her around. I apologize for the dust. It's again, it's been a while since I've had visitors. But you'll be safe and warm.
I'll spend some time with some prestidigitation and it'll be alright.
Yeah.
And she moves back to her kind of more rigid position, kind of in the kitchen. And she says, if you would like supper, I can prepare something. Otherwise, breakfast is at 7.
Ye old bed and breakfast.
Wait, what's the dinner option again?
I have a stew. A hearty meat stew.
Ooh, what's the meat, might I ask?
What's the meat?
Try it. You'll love it.
I'm sure I will. I will have some stew.
I haven't heard that meat before.
I'd love to know what meat this is.
Dearie, you'll die for my stew.
Oh, did you have any
even better
there? It's important that we have our veggies too.
A well-balanced meal for our big, strong brains. Right, Renok?
Yes. I agree. Wholeheartedly. Don't you all look at me. We deserve a good meal.
That's true, but
Can we smell it, Chef?
It smells delicious.
Oh, my microphone won't pick up sniffing noises.
I do not trust anything she's given us. I haven't eaten anything she's given us so far.
I don't trust it, but like...
I'm just having my own tea and eating my own rations at this point.
Wait, tea? Where's your tea come from? You have tea?
Yeah, I made tea. Once we get into the room, I'll probably make tea.
Is it being shared?
The tea maker. This
It's always
campaign.
one.
We have to rotate the tea maker.
Always
every
one.
campaign.
Yeah.
Gotta make that cha.
Cheers.
Salute.
As you guys head to bed and settle into these beds, one of you might try to close the door to the bedroom, but you'll find it being forcefully propped open, and Granny slowly turns. I think I'll keep an eye on you.
Why?
That's respectable.
I'm gone into my ring. I'm not spending the night like that.
What?
Did you say that she has like a raised hut, Chef?
No, it's just like a few steps up.
Okay.
Weird
Before bed, I'd like to go stand on like whatever the porch or the stoop is and just kind of look out into the forest.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
No, just thinking. You're muted, Cari.
Can I go up to you? Hello. So, I'm gonna trust you on this, not to make a big stink
Spit it out.
about everybody else. What? You're not. No, you. I've never smelled your farts or anything. So
Don't know how that's
don't-
relevant.
don't worry. I know that you've like noticed that perhaps something is off about me. Don't worry. There's nothing bad. I meant everything I said about.
I know what you are. I just don't know how to prove it.
I'm not. If you're thinking I'm a vampire, I'm not a vampire.
Stop lying.
I'm a Dampier. I have relation to vampires
You're all
blood-wise.
lying sacks of shit as far as I'm concerned, so you're in the same camp.
I knew it.
Okay, fine. How about this? I am not a vampire, and I am. I don't know what. In all, I'm a Dampier. Yes, maybe a little more than a Dampier, but definitely not a full-blown vampire. Don't have a phylactery.
Camilla.
Yada yada. I'm going to be incredibly sick tomorrow and the days following if I don't have some blood. And so I wanted to ask you if I could have some from you.
What?
Since every morning you cut yourself anyways.
You're not around.
Have, like,
You're not around Maefyre. You can,
No,
you don't get
I'm
into
just.
What?
Everyone's asleep
What?
except for them. You can't.
Oh, where am
comment.
I?
You're
Yeah.
asleep. You can't
For
comment.
fuck's sake! All
We
right,
know
well,
what
I'm
to
saying it in my sleep.
Yeah.
Just groggily from the other room.
You can check me if you want. I am being completely and totally honest. I need blood. You cut yourself every morning. You bleed. I'm
What
not
do
a
you
vampire.
think I do with that blood,
I'm not a
Camilla?
vampire. I don't know. I'm asking for. I mean, the last thing I want is for you to see me with dark circles under my eyes every morning because I'm sick because I haven't eaten anything. Please,
He's just like blinking at you.
I've been completely and totally honest with you. I've probably been the most honest of anyone here, even though I lie a lot. I've also been the most.
Wait, what? Even though I lie a lot.
Camilla, you have a
okay.
lot of problems.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna reach down and like grab just some dirt and flick it on your coat.
What the fuck is that for?
I'm gonna do it again.
Sucks, doesn't it?
What?
Flick dirt on you.
I just stand there and take it. Why is this such a problem for you? And I do it again.
Because I told you. Okay, vampires. We like to be magnificent. And that is the plus side of actually being a Dampier / whatever the fuck I am. I live for a long time, and I'm beautiful and amazing, and I don't want dirt on me.
I'm gonna like narrow my gaze. It's more than that for you.
No. I don't want to be tainted.
Let me put this in a less accusatory way, if you will. Okay, we're having a conversation here.
Yes.
If I just gonna put the dirt on my thumb a little bit, so it's kind of like there, and to make sure that it stays on my thumb, if I touch you with this, you have a problem for that.
Of course.
But if you look on your coat, it's not there. This is actually mimicking conversations Cari and I have had before about her OCD.
Yeah.
Which is funny. It's not there. So it is more linked to fear than a dislike, isn't it? It's a perception thing for you, right?
Yes, I don't want my image to be tainted. Of course I fear that.
Oh, okay. So this is what I'm getting at, okay? We're going through this pathway of getting past the lies that you tell me.
Oh, yes.
And we got past the lies you tell yourself. Because this is something you're afraid of.
I'm being honest with you. I didn't ask for you to tell me what lies I'm telling myself. I just want to be honest with you. Let's not work about things I'm telling myself.
That's fair. But I'm just telling you, if you are indeed telling yourself that this is not something you're afraid of, you are definitely afraid of this. And if I can help you in more than one way, it would be that maybe it's okay to get your hands dirty every once in a while.
Are you going to let me have some blood?
He smiles.
Her like little teeth are like... It won't hurt, I promise. It's like a little prick. I'll even let you... I'm not going to bite you, don't worry. You can cut yourself. I take a little bit, you know.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. That's two things, Chamilla. I don't think if you drank my blood, it would end well for you.
Why?
Well, because for me, lifeblood, one's blood, especially your own, in my case, is my source of power. If I gave it to you, the radiance would potentially get inside of your blood and hurt you. I could make you burn from the inside out, like the sun.
Okay. Ooh, I chose the wrong person to talk to about this.
Or the right person, depending on if you were going to do this without my consent or not. And he is like stone cold with that one.
No, because I figured if I bit one of you without your consent, although I've been wanting to for quite some time, if I did that, there would be bite marks on you, and then you would assume it's me.
That would be a correct assumption. Just that.
Well, I figured that would be stupid, so I figured I'd just ask, you know. So, my other option was going to be to talk to Mesh, but he went inside his ring. So, if you could maybe help me get blood sometime from someone else, that would also be great. Tomorrow, I'll probably be quite sick tomorrow.
Does Lasaga know that you need this?
Yes, she does.
Why didn't you ask her?
Oh, she didn't give me anything to help me with the blood at all.
Did you not get a reward?
I got a reward. She gave me a ring that's supposed to hide my vampirism, but it's cursed, and I don't want to wear it. The only reason why I want to wear it is because I don't want that thing attacking me, and she points towards Maefyre.
Maefyre, you are laughing in your sleep. That's what's actually happening.
No, it's just a little uptight. And
is there any movement out in the woods, Chef? Is there any movement out in the woods, like the wolves that we saw or anything like that? Like animals?
You hear like a squealing noise, and vines drag a rabbit across the forest floor up to your feet, and then raise it on like a little pedestal. You can hear
But
from
look,
inside. You only had to ask, darling.
I'm just gonna take a parry knife from my hunting equipment and throw it into the rabbit and walk inside. Good night, Camilla.
Wait, Eddie.
As you're doing this,
Wait, what?
He dies.
Goldy, your picture just died.
Yeah, I don't even
This
He's audio
think he
died
knows,
as
Cari. I
well.
think his whole internet thing just crapped the bed.
Darn.
Yeah.
She used to be like, I should have talked to Mesh.
Done.
Now I'm hungry.
Does
But as I go inside,
okay,
Camilla, I'm gonna like wipe my hands on the door frame so that it's clean, and I'm just gonna pat you on the back and say, "You should have asked Mesh."
Yeah. Well, I could have if he didn't have a ring he disappeared into.
fuck! Of all the time for the internet to die, not the internet, this Discord to die.
Try again.
Sorry, I was gonna walk in half asleep, going, guys, what's going on? Why are you all awake with my pillow in my hand?
you have a PlayStation pillow?
I have a place.
It's still in the plastic, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, why is it still in the plastic?
because it's new and I haven't used it. What's
Okay,
going?
So
Hold on, here, I'll
I'm
fucking
walking
fix it.
inside and just pushing past Renok to go to sleep.
Well,
Unlike the rest of you, I can't see
Are
in the
you
dark very
frozen
well,
again?
and I have to sleep. Good night.
Oh, do you
I'm frozen. Yeah, I'm frozen. We'll deal with it in a minute.
It's a
I
great
can hear
picture.
you, I just can't see you.
Okay, it's fine. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Are the beds movable, Chef? Can we move
No,
the beds?
they're
in?
like fixed
So
bunk beds
funny.
in the room.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to go to where Mesh's bed is and kind of like put something there so that when he
What?
like pops out of the ring, he like sits on something uncomfortable?
Like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah, you can kind of track where he got into the ring and like
Awesome.
put a table underneath it or something.
Oh, I'm thinking of like pulling the roots out and like making a bunch of bundles of like pointy sticks to poke out of the bed so he sits on like a bed of nails when he gets out of that thing.
Whom are you referring to?
Mesh, because he's
Good.
invisible in his thing. I just want to prank him a little bit and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Proud of myself for doing
That's-
something for the day.
Well, once I go back to bed, I'm just gonna like flop in and
As long as that's
probably get the
doable.
bed breaking.
I'll do that before bed.
You just hear me go. Like that, my bed. It's like collapse.
Oh no, snoring like snoring so loud.
I actually don't want to snore. I don't like snoring.
Also, Cari, this is just your husband talking. I don't know if my blood would do that to you. I just think that this is how Jay's role-playing.
You two had the main character moment.
Kobe.
Dare I ask, Chef, in my day, did I notice anything? I wasn't trying to pay attention. I was just like what's going on, and that's it.
In your date?
In my day state of like just hearing like something like and just seeing people outside the door. Did I actually see anything?
I think it's fair that if you think your character would stay up a little bit, you can try to focus in on the conversation, and then you can try to roll maybe a stealth check to make sure they can't see you back. But if you're just laying in bed listening, you can't really make out the conversation.
I don't think I would be listening. I don't think that I even as I'm walking up, I'd be listening. I think I would have seen the blood and just not care to ask. Because I assumed that the blood dripping from the rabbit, or if Camilla has it, I wouldn't notice. I'm like, back to bed.
Yeah, I would have been up in writing, and Grim would have been up writing in his journal. So
Grim, you want to help me prank Mesh before I go to bed?
oh, you fucking bet.
Yeah. I need to make his bed very uncomfortable for when he pops out of that ring. He's going to sit in a bunch of nails, but they're going to be more woody than that. splinters or whatever.
Does Maefyre always...
Grim pulls out a dagger, so he's like, not this then.
No, we don't want to kill him yet.
Yes.
You might not want
I
to.
always laugh.
Okay.
No, I don't want to kill him. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, he talks the least, so I like him the most.
Well, that's rude.
I just give Grim a smile after that one.
Well, that's the secret is Grim, the whole time we're walking around, I think I mentioned it before, he's talking the whole time. So like just like anyone who will listen as we're walking through the forest, he's just like chattering. He's just talking. He's just like, yeah, that's one time. This... Yes.
Chatty little bird.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll help him make missions better.
Reasons to like someone.
However, we need to do that.
He don't talk.
Granny watches all of it used.
So she's awake the whole time.
She also makes sure that he will not be too sufficiently hurt by any of this. It'll be uncomfortable, but that's about it.
So she doesn't sleep?
Mesh, that looks like a face.
She's not here, right?
You're muted, buddy.
So Mesh is going to
Roll
take
a die for something.
Okay.
5 piercing damage when he wakes up, right?
Takes 5,000 fire damage as Grim laid a bomb in his bed.
The night gets late and Granny, bedtime, children. All of you to bed. And ushers you to sleep.
In bed.
She keeps a close eye over you over the night. You can see the vines kind of writhing slowly on all the walls and floors. And it's a quiet night in Lysaga's hut.
Was it though?
You wake up the next morning. You smell fresh breakfast of a variety of fruits and warmed pastries and meats. And Lysaga is around, but seemingly distracted. If you have nothing else, children, head on your way.
I've gotten really hungry now. I'm eyeing up her pastries.
Oh, sorry, have breakfast and then be on your way.
I don't think I can hold out anymore. I'm gonna eat her pastries.
She grins as you eat. It's like, eat all you need, child.
Mesh would have come out of his ring in the 5-hour mark. Let me check how many hours it is now.
Mesh, you pop out of the ring and there's a nest of sticks that you fall on your acid to.
I pop out of the ring with a pillow under my bum.
Well, no, hang on. How would he know?
You would have no fucking idea.
No, he
You
wouldn't
did
know.
not take a pillow into the ring.
You
No,
didn't
no,
know.
I can.
Stop it. Stop it.
Here's the thing. Listen.
Go on.
The interior of is appointed with cushions and low table and is a comfortable temperature. While inside, you can hear the area around your vessel as if you were in its space.
Yeah, but you were sleeping.
That's why I rolled a die.
You were
That's why I
asleep.
rolled a die.
You still
That's
got
why I
the
rolled a
pillow
die.
out. They got you, my good sir.
I
You
want
were
take
sleeping,
things in.
man. Stop it.
I can take
Mush-
things inside. I can take things
Mush
inside and
the
outside.
cat, man. There's no way. There's no way.
I rolled
want
a
us to
die for
roll
this.
for
If I
bitching
would
for
know
it.
or
Alright,
not.
let's just
Don't accept
okay.
this.
Let's roll for bitching
Time
after.
out. Let's just assume that we just let him have a pillow. Do you think that's gonna
Now,
save you from
Goldy.
that many sticks, my guy?
Yeah.
On my
Yeah,
bum,
what's the pillow to stick ratio?
Yeah,
Yeah, what about the rest of your body?
What exactly are you?
I can take things in and out of my thing. And I rolled a die. I rolled an 18 on the die.
But you was asleep, Mesh. Like, you can't
Yeah.
be saying, oh, you took a pillow and you
I'm gonna
was
let the
awake in the
rules
middle of the
master
night.
of this campaign let you know what happens then.
I will say, here's the thing, Mesh. You have had a history of putting a pillow underneath you. However, if they just made a trap for you, they would have moved the pillow.
No, there's a pill. The
not what
space
he said,
inside
Cari.
my ring,
Oh, sorry.
the space inside my ring is my own space. I have grape bushes here that I grow. I would eventually.
Right,
tell
but when you
this.
pop back,
I can take things in
If
and
he
out.
pops back in and he uses the pillow,
Mash?
I'll look at Janus and say, next time we swallow the ring.
Mesh,
Longer
I have a
sticks.
the ring
proposal.
inside a bag of holding.
There's no way. There's no
Mesh,
way you
I-
was
Watch him
awake.
scream.
Mesh, I have a
No,
proposal.
Grim.
I
Mesh,
rolled
stop it.
13.
Grim, he's like, now I want to kill him.
There's no way he could, but you was awake, Mesh. Just stop it. You
If-
need to know.
That's why I
Mesh,
rolled
I
the
rolled
die.
a 4
Oh,
for
don't be a
14.
party pooper, Mesh.
5
That's why I
piercing
rolled a
damage right now in your butt, okay?
In the butt? Really?
Are you doing
Yes, he fell on his
butt.
butt.
Kakashi.
Why are we back to mocking my accent again? Yeah, he fell on his butt. That's
Huh?
why.
It's not your
I'm not-
accent, it's your enunciation that got me. It just really hit that strong B, dude.
Mesh, I say roll for bitching. I got 14. You get higher, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You roll lower.
No.
You get hit
You
by
rolled
the
an
stick.
18.
Why does he
You already
get
said it.
no?
I rolled a
That was
500.
before. That was before
Fuck
you.
roll
That
for
was for
bitching.
waking. That was
That's
for
BS.
that was for
5D100.
being
I'm
under.
talking the roll for bitching. Roll your bitching.
Okay, guys, we need to wrap this up, and then we can roll the
Fine. Of all the
Chef,
things we
okay.
complained about.
Chef, you make the DC. Was
Jeff,
18 on the die
agreed to
enough or not?
DM these goblins.
You make the DC. Was 18 on the die enough to be aware of this situation while inside?
You were completely aware of the situation, but you did not grab a pillow before going in your ring.
No, I have stuff inside already. I have made it comfortable.
How
Cannot
does the
take,
stuff leave?
Random stuff out of this magical ring. It disappears when you leave. Unless you brought it in, it comes.
Rob, how you're sitting, you're just like, yes.
So you can like catch yourself, but you still like stumble into this pile of sticks.
This is very important. This is the part we need
This
to
is
get.
the most important moment of this game right now.
Like, we have to spend 20 minutes discussing this.
5 piercing damage in the butt.
Any objects
Ready
left?
insured, there was nothing damaging.
Any
to
objects?
this.
Any objects left in the vessel remain there until carried out.
They were
That's-
carried out
that's
and then
not
are
the-
gone.
But they were
That's
left in
anything
there.
that you bring in, not anything in the vessel.
Yeah, I can leave things in the vessel. That's what it means.
The vessel.
I'll show you a vessel.
It's
Come
one
over here.
of those things, Mesh, where like, if it was okay, yeah, there's comfortable things in there. If you're like, well, I don't know, like a 9-foot pole is a comfortable thing, and I needed that 9-foot pole to pole vault as
Yeah.
soon as I got out of the ring. Like, okay,
No,
stretch.
no, I have a bed in there.
I have
That's
an
the point.
armory in my ring.
I have a hammock and a bed and some grape bushes.
He's
That's all I
saying that
thought
people
of.
And a
can
bag
do
full
that
of sticks.
to use it. And a bag full of sticks.
A pillow would not
I'll-
protect you.
A back
I'll,
full of
A
sticks.
bunch of sharpened
I'll
sticks
forego the
anyway.
ass as long as you're
And I
about to
think
get
I think
sticked.
I would
That's
also
true,
have
you
like
still
a
feel a poke.
couple chests to organize like stuff.
Have you
Five
ever
piercing
come out
damage.
the
Are you just
ring
playing
with a
Minecraft in there?
pillow?
Fuck off. I got my
No
double fist in my
Terraria,
grapes.
dumbass.
Shut up.
How
It's
often have you come
Terraria,
out that
Mom.
ring with a pillow? Seriously.
Well,
Yeah,
he's saying
never,
because he's
never.
fine.
Come out with
Mesh
grape
specifically
this time.
says everything you brought in comes out with you. So if you
Until
don't
carried
have
out.
anything stored in there,
until carried out. It says until
so you
carried
have
out.
everything in your backpack with you.
No, I leave my backpack out.
You can't. It
'Cause-
says everything comes out and goes to unoccupied spaces.
No, before I go in, I leave my backpack. I don't take my backpack with me.
So if you go in with nothing, you
Ooh, that's
have
important
absolutely
information
nothing.
to remember, Grim.
Yes,
Ooh,
you
That
can.
that
is
means
very
you can look in your
important.
backpack.
Yes, you
How
can.
many rocks can we put in that backpack?
One a day. One a
One a
day.
day.
Every day my backpack gets heavier. Why is it so heavy now?
Every day is heavier.
Taking points of
Am I getting
exhaustion for 4 hours.
It's like, no,
If
I
we
don't want to
get-
take anything. I want to give you stuff.
I hope we have a sudden influx of people watching us about this stick problem.
Well, to not belabor it, that was the end of session for today. You guys have to
Man,
Thank you,
it
Chef.
sticks.
This is the most important thing that's happened to me all week.
Yep.
I feel like we all needed this.
Yeah.
I feel like Mesh is going a long way out of his way to avoid 5 piercing damage in the butt. That's what I think.
That's true.
What is this kinky shit you want?
Kinky shit.
In the butt.
Yeah, because he would fall on his butt.
I had a picture of what I have in my ring, okay? Like, I'm just using what I had in my head already.
If you say so.
But that also means that now you have to leave the pillow behind, and you won't have a pillow for next time you go in.
I can carry one object. I can just.
Oh, you're gonna carry a pillow the entire time?
You're gonna, yeah, I was
In your
gonna say
hand.
you'll have to carry a
On your
pillow
person.
then.
So Mesh, you said it says here that you can't see, right? Only here. Is that correct?
I can see also, yes. Let me get the first part. I think I only got the.
Can I
second
get the
part.
full description of this mesh?
It's in the.
Yeah.
He just put it in.
Yeah, you
steel.
put
We're
it in
gonna have
there.
to see what we can do
Let
about
me.
this.
I'll edit it with the full text. I
What
only
is my
got the
stealth?
part.
Plus 10? All right.
Okay, there you go. That's the full description.
How much damage does a pillow do?
Well, it can do suffocation damage, so.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I've been watching too much Murder, She Wrote.
I don't know what I was thinking of. I just came to my mind like, you can suffocate.
I get 6 hours right now, so I would have 2 extra hours outside.
You cannot see. You can only hear, my guy.
Okay.
Elf
so I
plus
wouldn't
10.
know.
Let's go.
You would have heard them going.
Sticks in the butt. 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 Oh, my leg.
You look like a gremlin.
Yeah.
I said goblins earlier and I meant it.
What is that stick, by the way?
While we figure out how to fuck Mesh up the next game, we're gonna close the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, stream.
Thank you,
Fuck off.
Chef.
Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Also, fuck you to all of the people in charge of Jodie's apartment. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
particularly.
Yeah,
you
fuck
guys.
those guys.
All right, that's
You're
all.
not nice.
It's,
That's all.
And not in the fun way.
festival
Oh, God.
in London.
Is Saturday yet?
Fuck yeah.
See you later.
Bye.